We love to remember. And this morning, we'll look back at what the Lord has done across all three congregations and give Him praise, fully confident that He will do it again. Looking back, thanking God, looking forward, trusting God. Let's hear from all three congregations what the Lord has done up to this far.
At Ifracom this year, 2023, we had a great year where we saw God doing some great things in our congregations. In our congregation, we saw God raising some new people in terms of leading for all different sectors of leading in our church. And we saw the grace of God showing us, especially when we had our great Easter services where we teamed with another church. So it was a great year when we had a successful Easters, and we saw the grace of God showing on in ourselves when we saw some people giving their life in Jesus. So we had some stories for salvation. People gave their life to Jesus. So this year I can say it was a great year, and hoping that God is still going to do some great things on the rest of the year. Thanks.
When I think of 2023 here in Rec Road and Mamzimtoti, I think of our Restore conference last year and God's message to us about restoration, both personally and corporately. We have seen God restoring Sundays and community, as we have seen our Sunday meetings growing significantly in size this year, back up to the levels of previous years. We thank God for vibrant worship times filled with the gifts of the Spirit, and even salvations in the middle of worship times this year. We thank God for a restoration of the place of mission in our community of faith, both people reaching out to their friends and family and colleagues, and also us reaching out together through the Alpha course and the recent Great Parenting is Possible course, seeking to bless parents in our community with help in parenting and gospel conversations. We thank God for restoration of mission. We thank God for restored lives. We've seen more people come to know and love Jesus or be restored back to Jesus than ever before. We have loved seeing many get baptized and have celebrated 13 new members joining us through Get Connected this year, and many still waiting for the next course to start in October. Lastly, we thank God for the restoration of Scripture to its foundational place in personal lives through the Bible reading plan, through going deeper, through biblical counseling, and our preaching. What a joy to see the ancient and eternal Scriptures having practical application in our everyday lives. We look with anticipation for all that God will do in this next season.
"2023 has been a great year in the city congregation where we have seen the goodness of our Father throughout the year. We've been so grateful that our Sunday services are often filled with such an obvious sense of God's presence being with us, and we've seen people drawing closer to their Father. This year we've seen more people stepping into their gifting as they serve the city congregation family, and it's a joy to collaborate on the mission of God together in the city. Right now, we're in the middle of welcoming some wonderful new people into our community, and each person has already jumped fully into the community life of the church. A really special highlight for us was having the great privilege of hosting the first Friday's worship night led by We Will Worship in Durban ever. We had over 250 people packed onto the fields of the sports club, and we worshipped our hearts out with hundreds of believers. It was a truly special evening and a joy to serve our city through hosting it. We've also enjoyed these other smaller events focused on community, such as the City Men's Hike and the Ladies' Lunch in the Botanical Gardens. Each one has been filled with lots of fun and laughter and relationship building moments. Our small community is growing in numbers, growing in spiritual devotion to Jesus, and in relational warmth with each other. God, keep doing these things as we take new ground in the year ahead.